Good day. I'm Laurence Sanford, Senior Analyst for the American Security Council Foundation. Our mission is to educate Americans on issues of national security, economic security, and moral leadership. And also, we now have our American History Live program to educate our youth on the glories of American history and what we stand for. Our motto is peace through strength. And I'm delighted to have with me Joy Votrobek, who is the Director of Operations for the American Security Council Foundation. And we will discuss various issues. The number one issue is Joy.
Thank you very much, Larry, for having me on today on your SOS Briefs here. And certainly breaking news, I guess everyone has hopefully heard about the spy balloon that they have found over Montana near our nuclear site, which is very concerning. You have written a lot on China and a lot on their land grab here, and I would like to share a little video here. Just give me 1 minute. And this is Fox News talking about the land grab and the concerns that we have.
U.S. military installation, a U.S. Air Force installation that has drones. And the biggest one, Sean, the one that everybody is talking about right now, is Huawei. Huawei purchased a significant amount of land in Montana. It was near our nuclear arsenal. And right now, the federal government is actually conducting an investigation to see whether those Huawei cell towers were intercepting and could block our communications within our nuclear silos and systems. This is very concerning. I spoke with U.S. intelligence as well as.
So, Larry, if you want to,
yes,
here, expand a little on that brief and what she's speaking from last year to Sean Hannity on this.
Okay. Well, there's a couple of things that jumped out at me. One is the infringement on our sovereignty by a Chinese balloon, and I don't understand why we wouldn't shoot it down. I wrote a paper called Quid Pro Quo, which basically means reciprocity. If they do something to us, then we should probably reciprocate. And I vividly remember a few years ago, the Chinese shot down one of our planes because it had infringed on their so-called sovereignty of the South China Sea. Seems to me a reasonable course of action would be to shoot down that balloon and find out what these gadgets are hanging from it, just like they ripped apart our airplane with all the highly sensitive information.
But they don't seem to want to shoot down the balloon.
Which I don't understand. And the other one is Huawei purchase of land. China has been buying up land and properties and businesses in America. And again, getting back to quid pro quo, reciprocity. They don't allow us to buy land in China. Why do we allow them to buy land in America? And especially concerning is a lot of the land they seem to be buying is near military bases, so they can install electronic eavesdropping, interference with signals. And that, how, I always have a hard time pronouncing Huawei. Congress authorized the dismantling of the Huawei towers in America because they presented a security threat. And the telecom companies in America have not dismantled them because they claim Congress didn't appropriate enough money. They only appropriated $1 billion. And the telecom company is saying we need $7 billion to take them down and replace them. So this thing has been going on for a while. Huawei telecoms are nothing but a huge security risk to the United States, and we allow it to continue. Again, it's beyond my comprehension. So that's my take on the balloon.
Yes, thank you. Certainly the land grab concern from China, as you put, we are not allowed to purchase land in China, and Sean Hannity talked about that in the beginning of that clip as well. I have my little thoughts on this. As they said, this spy balloon came from Alaska's little islands there in the Bering Straits, which apparently we own some and Russia owns some. I wouldn't doubt Russia would allow them to send a spy balloon from their But would it be possible that if they already own land near Montana's nuclear site, they could just send the balloon up from there?
Yeah, I guess so. They could, couldn't they? Huh?
Yeah.
And I don't buy this argument that China could probably get the same information from a satellite. There's a big difference from a satellite that's miles up versus a balloon that's 50 or 60,000 feet up. You can get a lot more information or different information at 60,000 feet versus 60 miles. So regardless of the cameras. So again, I don't understand why we haven't taken more assertive action on it.
I don't either. I mean, I read that they don't seem to believe it's as much of a national security concern as thought, but if we already are suspect of Huawei towers,
yeah,
information.
I'm not so sure it's a huge. I'm not so sure it's a huge security threat per se, but it's certainly symbolic, and they're just doing it to us again, and we'll let them get away with it. So.
Well, thank you for sharing your brief on that Chinese land grab, and join us again as we talk more on SOS Briefs with Mr. Sanford. Please follow us on Facebook. You can also subscribe to our channel on American Security Council Foundation. And you can check out all of Mr. Sanford's articles on our website at www.ascf.us. Thank you.
Thank you.